Hey guys, hope everyone's doing good. Made it out for some racing yesterday. I went to Toronto Motorsports Park for a back of the track Ontario Street Outlaws no prep race. Was trying to get there early so I could do some front side testing, but I ended up getting there late and I was only able to make one pass, but I just put a tune back in kind of where it was the last Friday night. I had new tires on it and I changed the tune around a little bit. I think I mentioned in the last video it had stalled doing the burnout, and I noticed listening to the videos, every time I was going to spool it up, and I remember this in the car, I had to kind of roll into the throttle kind of slowly, and you could hear it pop a few times. So I'm really a carburetor guy. That's what I've always had before this setup. And if it was a carburetor, I'd be trying to add more pump shot to it, just to give it that initial burst of fuel. So in Holly, if you go to the fuel ICF, and you go to acceleration enrichment, AE versus TPS rate of change, is basically the same as your pump shot on a carburetor. So I took this, I ended up adding 25% to this, and this is where I ended up. I just tried in the driveway a few times, just put on the trans brake and just put the throttle right to the floor as fast as I could. And yeah, it would pretty much stall every time. So I worked my way up. I got to, like I say, 25% more, and seems to be perfect now. So I just put a tune in it that I'd run one of the previous Friday nights, I think, where it went 525. And I ended up tightening the front shocks. I went 4 clicks tighter from where I was on the Friday night. And I tightened the rear up 2 clicks. I'm almost full tight on the rear now. But it really doesn't look like it's separating a lot to me. It looks like really the tire is more crushing from the weight transfer. So it kind of shook the tire a little bit in the pass, and the 60 foot was kind of crappy. Went 141, 353 to the 330, and a 520 with a 5 to the 8th at almost 149 mile per hour. So it wasn't a great pass, but that's actually personal best for me. That's the fastest I've ever had the car run. My previous personal best was a 520 with a 6, so it's almost the same, but either way, it's running better. I'm getting better. I've really just got to keep working on that 60 foot and 330. So that was pretty decent, but let's get to the actual no prep race. I actually kind of learned something, I think. And I went there kind of prepared. I had 2 different tunes ready. I had a tune ready if I were to draw first pair down, and then I had a tune ready if I was anything after that, basically. Because I've been drawing first pair down a lot. And believe it or not, I drew first pair down, left lane, racing Tangerine Dream, same car that I raced at the last no prep event that I went to in the semifinals. So I put the first round tune in it. I put the shocks, everything all back to no prep trim, I guess you would say. So the pass wasn't great, but we ended up getting the W. It wasn't really pretty. It was a good race. We were pretty much side by side. And Frank was having some trouble and ended up hitting the wall. So that sucks. Hate seeing stuff like that. But luckily he was okay. Car took some damage though. So this is the data log. You can see it got wheel speed right away. Traction control came on a couple times. just to try to catch it. I also did a small little pedal right here. And I did end up getting on my negative scramble button, so you can see it pulled dome pressure right there. And rode that out for most of the pass, and then right at the end it was hooked up pretty good. And I got off that and got on the actual scramble button. So next round I drew another Fox body. This is the other cartoon by ProTech. It's an LS turbo as well. Probably similar combos if I had to guess. But another really fast car. And this is where I really screwed up. I basically decided to leave the tune the same as first round because it didn't really go down clean first round. And it was really cooling off. There was a pretty big time difference between first round and second round. So I thought if it would just go down clean, it would make a decent pass. But I think I really underestimated how quick the surface did come around. And yeah, here's the video. Check it out. So that was the end of the day. The car, it made a super clean pass. Show you guys the data log here. It was hooked up solid, drive shaft super clean. And I did scramble it. I haven't reset this, but probably about 3 seconds, 2.5, 3 seconds into the run. So it did probably made pretty decent boost up top. Yeah, 18 pounds of boost up top. But it was just too little too late. He made up tons of ground on me, right? Basically to the 330, basically. And he made a nice killer pass, really. That's really where I knew the cars would probably be running last night. Like I say, I just underestimated how quick the surface came around. So that was it. A little disappointing. I was hoping to do a little bit better than that, but really, yeah, I was just my own worst enemy at that race. I really should have just put the other tune in it and ran for what I knew really the surface would probably take there. So yeah, just got to learn from it and turn her up a little more next time. So I'm just going to get everything all unloaded here now. That was the last no prep race up here in Canada. So that is the end of the no prep season up here. So I think I said this in the last video, but I really just got to get the car figured out to the 330. Like if I can get this thing rolling to the 330, I'm going to be in good shape. So one more test and tune next weekend. If the weather holds out, I'm going to try, hopefully go to that. Look everything over, try to make some educated decisions and see what we can do. So that's it. That's all I got. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, do me a favor, hit that button. Throw a comment up there if you got it. And yeah, that's it. Have a good day, guys.
close. We gotta wait for the call. We're gonna wait for Big G.